The Manage Forms page allows users to work with forms that have already been submitted or scheduled for submission to the IRS. There are a lot of options on this page, so let's review what you can do here. First, select the payer and tax year you want to work with. That will pull a list of recipients you filed for in that payer and tax year. From this area, I can send a password-protected email copy of the PDF to the recipient. I can request a W-9 from the recipient. I can view or print the PDF copy. I can edit the form while it is still scheduled for delivery to the IRS. I can send a U.S. Postal Service copy to the recipient, and I can unmask the taxpayer ID while the form is scheduled. Let's take a closer look at how to edit a scheduled form. When I click Edit Form, the form for this recipient appears. I can edit any of the information. To edit the payer or recipient, I click the blue Edit button next to the payer name or the recipient name. I'm going to edit the recipient's name. For this recipient, I'm going to change the name to where the first name is Joe and the last name is Smith. When I finish the changes, I click Update. Since this form is already scheduled to go to the IRS, Tax 1099 will ask if I want to update the existing PDF. I do, so I will click OK. Now I can use the other tools in the action menu to send a new copy to Joe by email, by U.S. Postal Mail, or by printing a copy of the form and mailing it myself. We will look at the PDF copy now to see what it looks like. This is the PDF copy that you can send the recipient. You can fold it and place it in a number 10 double window envelope so that the payer address displays as the return address and the recipient address displays as the deliverable address. Please note on the envelope, important tax information enclosed. Apply a regular stamp and put it in the mailbox for pickup. Now let's review the bulk options on this page. Most of the blue buttons allow you to perform the same task for groups or all of your recipients that you can do for each individual recipient. You can use the Download All PDF button to generate one PDF with all the forms of a specific type, such as all of your 1099 miscellaneous forms. This option is great for printing a large number of PDF at one time. The Download Multiple PDF button will provide a zip file with one PDF copy per recipient form. You can use this to save each recipient's form by itself if you need to. Export to Excel exports all of the information for all the vendors to an Excel file. It even applies to the Tax 1099 import template format in the Excel file. That way you can use the information if you need to import new forms for vendors in a subsequent year simply by changing the dollar amount. The USPS Mail to Recipient button will send a new mailed copy to any vendor selected. Make sure you have not already mailed a form to the recipient. You can check this in the Form Delivery Reports in the Reports menu. Similar to the USPS Mail to Recipient, the email recipient copy will send an email version of the PDF to all selected vendors. Use the bulk 10 Unmask button if you want the full 9-digit 10 exposed on the PDF copies. The IRS recommends truncating the 10 to show only the last 4 digits, which is why we default to that option. This unmask feature is only available while the forms are scheduled to e-file. If you have unmasked the 10s, you can mask them again by using the bulk 10 mask button. Should you discover an error that impacts the filing and the submission is still scheduled, you can block the entire submission. There is not a way to block only one filing from a submission, so if you use this option, it will block an entire reference number from being submitted to the IRS. If you need to file them again later, you will be charged the current tier rate based on our pricing schedule. If your submission is scheduled to e-file at least one day in the future, you can change the schedule using this option. As an example, you may have scheduled the original filing to submit on January 25th. On January 23rd, you determine that you need some additional time to review. You can change the scheduled date to January 31st using this button. The 940-941 series of forms are also available to review on this page. Just open the area on the screen relating to those forms to see any submitted form you have processed already. There is a lot going on in this area because you may need to perform many actions on the processed forms. Tax 1099 gives you the flexibility to do these tasks right in the system.